Design rules to break. Here are my three biggest ones. Now, I happen to think the reason why I want you to break them is that design rules can sometimes be a bit arbitrary and quite constricting. And I think if you sort of go down the following of the rules route, sometimes schemes can look a bit cookie cuttery. So let's take the first one. Don't paint out or put materials in a small room that are dark because you will make it feel depressing, and that is a load of mumbo jumbo. If I'm being polite, I can think of a lot worse words to say, because when you paint out or clad a room like in my downstairs loo like this, I don't know why he's on a funny angle, you'll see that oh, I have to fix him in a minute. You'll see that it, rather than you seeing the edges of the room, you can't quite see where they are. So weirdly enough, it makes a small room look a lot bigger if you paint it out or clad it out in a dark hue. The next little rule I want to break is that wood tones should kind of match. I don't really want you to match wood tones, and the reason I don't want you to match wood tones is because I happen to feel that contrasting is really key. So Graham and I will switch a route, and I'll just give you a little bit of a demo. So I have this lovely old butcher's block here. Now I'm going to put these lovely bowls on it, so they're really walnutty and that's really cherry, so there's no reason that these don't work together. And now I'm taking our massive vase, which emulates, it's actually concrete, but it emulates wood, and that's another wood tone as well. So what you wouldn't do in a room is you wouldn't necessarily have all of these three banking up against each other. You would kind of pepper them around the space. So there's a real connection between the wooden elements, they're just not all toppling on one another. And then another rule, the last one I really want to break, is the matchy-matchy vibe. We don't want to match everything interiors, particularly lighting. So over here, I'm going to show you three white lights, which are all very different in sensibility. Obsessed with the Davila here, Vidila. So this is in on my kitchen, on a little marble table. It's quite low, it's very textural. I'll turn it off so you can see, so it feels incredibly handmade. Now I'm raising the eye a bit higher and going for the Berkeley here, which is very smooth and does exactly the same thing in literally it casts the light down, feels really welcoming. And over to the cloud here, which is just, again, super sweet. So each of the lamps is a very similar colour palette, but they all have a slightly different sensibility. So we don't match, we just echo a colour palette or material, which makes rooms always look super sophisticated. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel for lots more tips and tricks.